this is Nick Nielsen, the Mad Scientist of Muscle, and what I've got for you today is a training equipment review of a very cool piece of equipment called the Anchor Gym. Now this is also called the Hammerhead Anchor Gym for a very, very apt reason. Basically, these anchors are shaped like a hammerhead shark. I'm going to close in and give you a quick view of what I'm talking about. As you can see, the hook on these is shaped like a hammerhead, so when you loop something around, it doesn't slip off, whereas if you were just having a regular hook, there is a very good chance that that's going to slide right off. What this does here is basically fix whatever you're attaching onto this hammerhead gym so that nothing slides off. Now, this is a very versatile piece of home gym training equipment. This is probably not something you'll see in a regular commercial gym. Basically, it's targeted for a home gym trainer. What you're going to do is attach these sets of anchor hooks. I've got one up here about 7 feet tall, one about 4 feet up, and one down right by the ground. This is going to allow you to do a huge variety of exercises, basically anything you can do with a band. You've got actually suspension straps right here. You've also got regular bands, you've got handle bands, you've got a wide variety of different implements that you can use with this. And just the sheer volume of exercises you can do makes this a very, very effective piece of home gym equipment. Now, the only downside to this one that I've really found here is the setup. It will require a little bit of specialized setup from you. When you're putting these anchors in, you're going to need a power drill and some tools. It took me, all told, about 45 minutes to put this all together with the three things in here. For me, it was easy because I had this beam here, not behind the drywall. If you do have drywall, you're also going to have to find the studs here in your wall, and these are permanently screwed in here. They do hold a lot of weight, and the anchor bolts are very, very thick. So that is something to keep in mind if you're considering this. But personally, I'm thinking if you are looking for a great home gym product, it's very versatile. That's going to allow you to cover a wide variety of exercises. This is something you're going to want to take a look at. One of the big limitations that I find with home gym training, especially with like bands and TRX, the strap stuff, suspension training, is that you don't always have a place to hang it off of and attach it to. And that can be a big issue in some places. Now, when you're screwing these directly onto the wall, that's not an issue. You got the hooks. These are rock solid. Literally, I've done suspension training putting my entire body weight on one of these, which I'll show you, and they don't budge, they don't move. These bolts are very, very solid, and if you're looking for something that's built for strength, this is going to do it. The variety of exercises you can do with this is absolutely tremendous, and what I'm going to do right now here is take you through a bunch of exercises and show you exactly the variety of stuff you can do with this Hammerhead Anchor Gym. So the first attachment that I've got for you here are these suspension straps. Now, these straps are solid nylon. They come with a handle on the end. They also come with another additional loop here that you can use for leg training. You can hook your toes around on the end. And as I mentioned before, these anchors are rock solid. They're going to hold up a tremendous amount of body weight. I think they're rated at 300 pounds, and I'm definitely not 300 pounds. But what this is going to allow you to do are suspension type exercises like this, which is push up, neutral grip. I mean, you can do anything that you do just like you would with a regular suspension trainer. You can do bodyweight tricep extension. And as with all suspension training, the further away here that you stand up, the less body weight you're going to have on here, so that you can adjust the resistance very, very quickly and easily. So this is giving me tricep extension. Now, one of the biggest issues with home gym training is the lack of pulling exercises. Now, push-ups very, very easy, but pulling exercises a little bit tougher sometimes. This suspension training gives you a lot of pulling options. So, inverted bodyweight row. And you can even do one arm at a time. Adjust the resistance by shifting where your feet go. And you can even go on the floor and straight up inverted like so. This is going to, like I said, allow you a lot of different options. You can also do squatting movements and lunging movements using a suspension trainer to hold on to for balance. So if you're doing a squat, an angled squat, just like so. So, tremendous variety of exercises you can do, and also these on the ends, perfect for putting your feet on for doing core work. So if I were to do core work, I would hook my toes over the straps. Then you set your hands out a little further and your legs are suspended. So you can do suspended push-ups, you can do mountain climbers, a wide variety of core exercises here. So this would be very, very easy. Get in and out of position. Just unhook your feet and you're good to go. So those are a few options that you have with the suspension trainer straps. The next set of attachments I want to show you here is a basic setup with tubing and handles attached. This is going to allow you to do a wide variety of tubing and elastic band related exercises. Now, a lot of these very much mimic what you could do with free weight. So for example, a chest press, standing up, like so. You just hook that on to the mid-level set of hooks, and you're doing a standing chest press. Just like so. Now, you can also do these as a row. And you got yourself a standing band row. Now, next step, attach them on to the high set of hooks, and you got yourself a vertical pull-down setup here as well. Now, I think I hooked it on the wrong set. I'm gonna knock it up a little notch here, just like so. And then basically what this does is it gives you a wide variety of options here. You don't have to rely on standing on the tubing, you don't have to rely on furniture or wrapping things against walls or objects like that. These hooks are perfectly suited. You just wrap it around and it prevents the band from slipping or sliding off, which is one of the main features of the Hammerhead design. So this is a great way to do a wide variety of exercises using elastic band tubing. The next accessory I've got to show you here is basically a training band, just a single loop. Now you can use this for a tremendous variety of exercises. You can hook this onto any of these loops and it's going to be very effective. One of my favorite methods, loop it around and do a very simple wood chopping type of movement. Now the advantage this band has over the ones with the handles is I find this gives you actually more resistance. So you're going to get a little bit more benefit out of this one if you're looking for a bit more resistance. You can also attach this on to one of the lower pulleys, or one of the lower hooks I should say, and then you have any form of band curl. So many different options here. You can also hook your ankle around there, and suddenly you've got abduction and adduction as well. So low hooks are just for this purpose. You can do a lot of variety of lower body movements as well as core training here with this one. So now one of the things that I like to do with band training as well is combining with free weight stuff. So if you do train at home and you're looking for places to do free weight and band training combined, these hooks are a great option for doing that. The final accessory I've got for you here is the stretch strap. Now, what you can do with this one is loop it around and grip one end and use your other limb, your other hand, to pull yourself into a stretch position. So it's basically like assisting yourself with a stretch exercise. For example, if I was going to be stretching out my shoulders, I grip here with the right hand and use my left hand to actually pull the shoulder across and really get a good stretch on the shoulders here with this. Now you can do basically any variety of stretching exercises in this fashion. You can do a lat stretch. So I'm pulling that with one hand to get that stretch while using the other one to really dig into the lat on that. So it's giving me a great stretch on the lats. Now, the setup for this, very simple. You just put that in. You can also loop it around, so there's really no chance of it sliding off. And you know, just about any form of stretching is going to be able to be done with this. Here's a chest stretch. You can hook it on behind and then just lean forward with your arms back, stretch out the pecs. Now, in addition to the upper body stretching, this does give you some good options for lower body stretching here as well. What you can do is take the one loop, put your toes through there, and suddenly, you know, have something solid to hang on to, but now you've got a great quad stretch. You just pull down on the one side, and that pulls your leg up into position for a great quad stretch right across the front here. Now, let's see if I can turn it sideways to give you an idea. That's what that's going to do. It's basically going to allow you to use one end to pull your leg into a greater stretch. So now you've seen the variety of exercises and training you can do with the Hammerhead Anchor Gym. Now, bottom line, I think this is a very, very versatile piece of home gym training equipment. It is more targeted and more suited for beginner to intermediate level trainers. Advanced trainers are going to get more out of the suspension aspect of this. It's a good option if you aren't able to get to the gym and you do want to have something that you can do at home. But bottom line, I would more recommend this for, like I said, beginner to intermediate level trainers. As far as setup goes, it does take a bit of time to get everything properly set up, anchored into your wall. Once you do that though, there's going to be no maintenance required after that. These hooks are extremely strong. The amount of weight these can support is substantial. I've put my entire body weight on these and they don't budge. So as far as quality goes, this is absolutely a great product. As far as versatility goes, you're literally going to be able to work every single body part, every major movement pattern here. So, you know, this is a very, very good piece of training equipment and something I feel comfortable recommending very highly for you.